We're going live now. Please don't freak out.
Is your hair wet?
Derrick, I promise there's no reason to freak out.
Look, I don't know where these microphones are coming from. I don't know where they're going.
I drilled them out. It's new.
He drilled them out. It is new, and I don't. Change is scary. I embrace change, but it's scary. Okay. So I'm coping. I'm dealing with it.
Oh God.
Don't do that.
Jared, is this?
That's good.
It's
No,
fine
let's.
now.
No, it's fine.
Don't
It was.
anymore.
Does it need to be close to me or not?
It's fine.
No.
It's fine. I moved it. Was it not fine before?
No, it's fine.
Hello.
Don't do that.
Hello.
Doing this.
We took the compressor out.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're fine.
It's bad news.
Okay. Good. Is it still okay if I?
Why are you doing this?
All right. Theme song.
Way more.
I want to thank Ganjarod for subscribing on Twitch.
For 17 months in a row. That's commitment.
We just saw that in the chat.
Yeah.
It was
Way to go,
amazing.
chat.
That's pretty impressive.
17 months of Ganjarod. Can we make it 18? Who knows?
We'll find out.
Anyways,
He's loving it.
yeah. Welcome everybody to the MEGA64 podcast on a mild Sunday night.
It's a nice day today.
It's so nice in San
I
Diego.
went on a bike ride.
Yeah, we're living in paradise.
I
Frankly,
keep getting notifications from the Weather Channel app that's going to rain. Like every day. It's going to rain in 5 minutes. It's like,
yeah, right.
I don't
Fuck
think
those
so.
chumps.
Blow it out your ass,
I don't
Weather
think
Channel.
so, Weather Channel.
What are you guys packing in your pipe over there at the Weather Channel?
Yeah.
Okay, stop smoking crack before you post your weather news. It's sunny.
Yeah.
In San Diego, it's going to stay sunny. Put the crack down. Enjoy the weather.
I
know
do.
they do
I love
crack.
the app. I mean, it's wrong sometimes, but it's pretty. Like, I love. It's like it's gonna start raining at 6:15. It's like okay, rain's gonna be light. All right, thanks. Oh, now just the update. It's gonna end at 7:43. Okay.
Sounds
Thank
like
you.
crackhead program.
you.
Get a
That-
life,
Stupid.
Weather Channel.
I like the
Fuck
weather.
off.
stuff,
All you
though.
do is smoke crack
Yeah.
and pinpoint when it's going to rain and shine. Get a girlfriend, okay?
Yeah, app.
Yeah.
And while we're on the call out section of our podcast, I saw somebody in the chat just said, I think the audio might be too high. Turn your speakers down.
He said audio might be slightly too high. I'm not sure.
Turn your
Yeah.
speakers down.
Yeah.
I
do you-
typed
Or the
that.
volume knob.
You've got a knob
got
right
the-
there to fix that. That's on
You
your
smoking
end.
crack at home? Who said that?
I've told Derrick this before, but one of the funniest things I've ever read, I don't know why, was when Raymond years and years and years ago posted a video of him. It was at night and you could barely see him. He was just in the blue light of his monitor. There's something going on. You know, he's talking about something and someone in the speaker was like, geez, Raymond, your audio is way too low. I can't hear what you're saying. And his reply was just turn your speaker up. And that was like, yeah.
Turn it up.
And I've used that. It was so dismissive. I didn't expect something so brilliantly dismissive
Wisdom from Raymond 14.
from Raymond 14.
Yeah.
So
Right, Mega
I
now.
did that. If you look, there's a comment on our DBZ video we did like 2 years ago, the Battle of Gods one, that says like, God, could your audio be any fucking louder? And I responded, turn your speaker down.
Yeah.
And it's just that was such a on
The
a
amount
symbolic
of effort
level.
It's
to
an
type
instant
that
fix.
is way more than just turn the speaker down.
Yeah.
It's an instant fix.
So I just, and you know, I know he means something more, like maybe it's being mixed on a level that's not, but the dismissiveness of it is too entertaining. I just
Yeah.
like, hey, turn your speaker down. I love that.
We could re-edit the video, remix it. You could adjust your levels
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Just as easily.
Just, you know,
The chance to put someone in their place as well. It feels good.
it was something that just it hit me on a symbolic level. It's like, look, you could complain about all this stuff, but you know, just turn your speaker down. Just turn it down.
Turn it down. What do you got
Or
there,
up.
Derrick?
What is that?
Sean, there's one in front of you too.
These are. I'm so happy. Eric brought these Mexican candies.
What is it?
I can't pronounce that.
I'm not eating any more weird shit.
R-E. Come on, Rocco.
What's wrong?
I got salmonella
RER.
poisoning this week.
Salmonella?
It was fucking
You
salmonella.
ate raw chicken?
You make it sound
that's
bad.
not the only way you can get it.
That's it.
You make it sound bad.
What else do you eat to get it?
Sausage?
It could be a lot of things.
Were you eating too much sausage?
Like,
I
name
was-
one other.
I had
besides
some of that
chicken.
same sausage. I was fine.
You guys
Yeah.
sharing a sausage?
Not
When
every
you got
piece
sick?
of sausage is identical.
Well, it was from the same cook at the same kitchen.
You're right. I'm wrong.
That's all I wanted to hear.
What could it
My
have
my
been?
neon green shit I've had all
Oh!
week is just,
I just ate
a
that.
figment of my imagination.
What else? Well, if you both ate the sausage, maybe it wasn't the sausage.
Yeah, that's true.
What else could it have been?
Any meat at all. It could have been any meat at all.
See,
So many.
I got
avenues we could
tri-tip.
go
I didn't
down.
get pulled pork. That's
Oh,
where
did
maybe.
you pull pork?
I'm being challenged on the infection I've dealt with all week, and I don't care to fight it. So I admit defeat.
I think it's clear you had salmonella. What is unclear is whether it was the sausage or some other meat.
Yeah. You know, Kevin ate that same meal with you, and he's not here right now, so maybe he got it too.
We all ate the same meal, except for you.
I didn't eat it. I
Yeah.
stood clear because I
Hey.
didn't trust any of it.
He wasn't there.
Yeah.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Yeah.
Sean's the only one who wasn't there at
Smart
the time.
guy here.
The rancid meat was consumed.
I knew it was going downhill.
Yep. Pretty boring.
Yep, I agree.
Anyways, welcome to
Rocco's
MEGA64
faking
I
podcast.
was just going to say that was why I was scared to try new things today.
Yeah, but today's a day to try, Rocco. Give it a shot.
You gotta get back on the horse. You can't let illness tarnish your mentality for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You can't live a scared
Yeah.
life.
I think you like tamarind flavor, don't you? Did you try it?
Yeah, it was good.
Gotta get back on the life
What
on the
is it?
I
edge.
should try it.
It's good. Give it a lick. It's like a.
We can move on in conversation.
Sure.
I'm gonna keep looking this.
Well,
I think this is cool. Like it's ASMR cast.
Oh, you guys do
Yeah.
ASMR right now?
Like it's relaxing.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
I didn't know
we're
that's
gonna-
what we were doing.
You know, it's like kind of like when Mr. Rogers goes to the crayon factory.
Made my butthole so tight here.
ew.
God, that was like gross.
Hey, it's supposed to relax your
Oh,
butthole.
God.
Why is he talking about his
It's
butthole?
supposed to make your
know.
butthole so loose.
I'm over here
that
drooling.
The chair gets sucked up into you. Okay,
No,
that's what's supposed to happen.
did not happen.
You're
What do you
doing-
think?
You're doing it wrong. Hey, we are MEGA64. You probably already know that. We did put out a new video this week. Have you seen it yet? It's so good. If you haven't seen it,
You'll love it after that intro.
better.
You're set up for success.
yeah,
You better.
check out our YouTube channel and watch it. The Miitomo No No. What's so funny about that?
I'm just having. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was just saying, like, it was a lot of discussion on what the title should be, and from the get-go, Derrick said, Miitomo No No.
Miitomo No
He
No.
kept saying
You
that.
know what?
It stuck.
It's so
Yeah.
great. I suggested on day one it was called
You
Miitomo
suggested
No
it?
No. And day after day, the question kept coming up, what should we call this video? What should we call it? And I just kept saying
He wouldn't stop saying it. And the
Miitomo
first
No
time I
No.
heard it, I was like, that's absolutely not going to be the title. That's so stupid. And then by day 40, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Have it be the title. Who
Wow,
cares
40
anymore?
days.
Yeah, it was a long writing process.
You know what? If nobody comes up with a better idea, the bad ideas win. That's how life works.
Persistence.
Really,
sometimes.
when I was putting the title into YouTube, it was just like Miitomo incident, Miitomo
Warning,
problem, who
PSA,
gives-
yeah.
what?
Miitomo
No,
No No.
Miitomo No No.
Yeah, by the way, that's how Trump will become president. If nobody puts a better idea forward,
That's what goes through.
Trump
Exactly.
card gets played.
Oh, fuck.
So that was the Trump title, Miitomo No No.
I remember walking around the streets of Boston with you guys, and that idea was being thrown around.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, the first time I heard you.
Yeah. And what's funny is nobody ever said no. Everybody just blew me off and
Yeah.
pretended that they
Well,
didn't
we
hear
laughed
me.
we laughed it off the table, but in the back of everyone's heads, I guess it was.
It stuck around.
Well, if nothing
Destined.
else comes up, and that's what we
Yeah.
stuck with. So
Well, title aside, the video's great. Slam dunk.
I honestly think that's my favorite video this year so far.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I really like that
I
video.
don't really care for it. I just don't.
Really?
You were saying that in Boston. Why?
I like it.
Well, this is what was interesting about it. This is a conversation I had with Derrick. Is I kind of felt that way about. I felt like, I think it's kind of just. It doesn't really stand out to me that much. And then Derrick said to me, "Well, that's kind of how I felt about the God of War video we just did." And that took me by surprise because I was the opposite. I love that God of War video that just came out. That's one of my favorites. And I think it might have something to do with what we kind of gleaned from that was that God of War video. When we edit a video, it's like one person kind of sets up the foundation of the video. Like they kind of edit the bare bones. Okay, here's the basic cut of it. Kind of the skeleton of the whole thing, but no effects, nothing's kind of sweetened up. It's just, it's kind of like one of us will do that, and then the next person. Videos turn out better when we kind of pass it around. So like after the first person does that, the next person will come in to kind of sweeten it up. Like, okay, it's in good shape. Well, let me add some effects to it, and that'll kind of liven it up a little bit, Mm-hmm. And I realized that with the God of War video, Derrick is the one who started it, and I kind of added all the, like the shitty effect of how it looks and like all those things on top of it. And it was the opposite for Miitomo. I cut the basics of the video, and he kind of adjusted it after. And I think whoever does the first step gets maybe the most sick of it. You know what I mean?
Sure, it's a lot of
because that's
stuff.
a lot of reviewing the same cuts and
Different
footage
takes to find the best one.
And I think, I don't know, for me, I didn't think that was the case with this, but it might be. I kind of felt like I was still, even now, I laugh a lot at the stuff in the beginning, kind of the running to the metal music and wrecking my parents' phone, but I kind of couldn't really see the humor after that. And I think it might be just that I've seen those conversations so many times. It was kind of just, I felt like it kind of peaked in the beginning. But other people were telling me, though, that the part talking with you was really funny and things like that. I think after a while, though, you lose sight of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to retain why you shot that in the first place, kind of,
Sure.
So I think that's why, yeah.
Well, I loved it. I loved every second of it. I thought it was great. Our best of the year.
I saw that for the first time when we were at Pax East.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Well, that happened to me. I really love the video because specifically I've answered questions on Miitomo thinking that they were between me and one other person, not knowing it was widely distributed. Now it wasn't
sending dirty stuff to your girlfriend.
It wasn't quite as Rocco experience, but it was just like facetious inside joke stuff that then I found other people commenting on, like, oh, you like Toho? And I'm like, no, I don't like Toho.
No.
I thought this was between me and Katie.
Yeah, it was you, and there's someone else we know that wrote a bunch of things to their wife that they didn't think were. Yeah, I mean, and none of them were
Luckily,
none of them were
that didn't happen to me.
horrible.
But
Honestly,
it's still embarrassing.
It was personal.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, I know, like those great muffins you made, and it's like, well, that wasn't, nobody else had that,
Dot.
Yeah. Well,
Fist.
Whoa.
yeah, exactly. But so it was kind of inspired by that, but taken to that.
Yeah, I did want to say, without naming any names or going too far into it, Rocco kind of had the idea for this video about, like, sometimes you get mixed up. You think your answer is going to go to one person, but it goes out to everybody. And we all kind of came up with this video, like, what if it was like the nastiest message on earth? Oh, it'd ruin your life. And we all laughed, and we decided to film the video, like, yeah, that's a great idea. But we never stopped and wrote out what the nastiest message on earth was actually going to be. Yeah. Until it was time to film, we all knew, like, okay, and then at the end, the girl next door will come in, and then that'll be the moment you actually get to hear the whole message.
Yeah.
So leading up to that point, we never wrote it, and then Jenny, Sean's wife, was the girl, and she showed up to film that day, and it was like, shit, what are we going to have her say?
Yeah, we kind of had vague ideas, but we didn't have a specific.
Yeah, so it was like, okay, how about you say this? And every single person, like, tried to give her a line, but it was like, okay, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna, like, say what I think the nastiest message is. Like, it becomes really embarrassing when you're the writer, because basically it's on your shoulders to be like, okay, write some dirty sex
this
talk.
This is some shit that came out of your head.
Oh, okay, how about what we did? We have a friend. I'm not gonna name names. Some people know who he is out there. He's a MEGA64 fan. He's always posting online profiles of, like, dating apps
dating
and
app.
like people's stuff right, stuff like Tinder, stuff like Grindr. You know, basically there's these apps where people are essentially just looking for sex and looking to hook up, and they put the nastiest stuff in their profiles. So we kind of combed through some of these profiles that had been posted online. Yeah, and we took the best, what we thought was the funniest / nastiest stuff. So everything in that message at the end, the ... fist, and if you bathe, don't even bother because my dick is
that was
like
all 100% real.
Those are all actual real profiles out there. It's a combination of about 4 or 5 different actual profiles that are floating out there in the world of people looking to hook up. So if anybody wants to accuse us of going over the top, or being too much, that's the realest part of the entire
Truth is stranger
video.
than fiction.
Okay, the nasty message at the end.
Truth
is stranger than
that
fiction.
Day was
sometimes
really weird for me because
you guys
needed. Well, I wasn't there. It was his thing.
Sean wasn't there.
I wasn't there because we didn't have anyone watch the kids.
You
so
let your wife say that shit in front of others.
Here's the thing.
He wasn't even there.
He said, okay, to be fair, Sean's a bad husband.
To be fair,
you're right.
To be fair,
because he sent Jenny in there with no idea what she was.
I said either
Jenny showed up having no idea what she was going to say.
I told Jenny, because it's true, I don't know if you're going to be Rocco's girlfriend or the girl next door, so you can say some fucked up stuff maybe, or just sit on the couch. I'm not sure what you're going to be doing. But it was weird because we didn't have a sitter, so I was with the kids, and then Jenny left to go film at Rocco's house. I'm like, this is fucking backwards. What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
It's really weird. But I asked how it went, and she just sent me a text of her line of dialogue.
Oh god!
The only way to get Jenny her line was to text message her that entire message and have her just read it off the phone. So she has that
forever.
She's the only person on earth who actually has the nastiest message ever saved on a phone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then Rocco's the one who sent it, so I guess there's 2 people.
I sent my wife some fucked up stuff.
That's why I told her, I was like, you have to tell them why you're getting these texts.
The NSA's got
I'm texting this whole thing to you right now.
Anyway.
So there you go. It's our new video. It's out. I think it's funny. And we'll have more videos coming soon.
Oh, and a lot of people were asking about the phones I smashed in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Those were working phones given to us a long time ago. There was a company that wanted us to test out something, and they gave us actual working like Android phones. At the time, they were state of the art, and they never took them back.
So we tested them out.
So they are.
They can still get them back if they want.
Yeah,
durability test.
They're welcome to.
What were they doing? Were they doing like some kind of fish on the barbecue there?
No, it was a steak
bacon
wrapped in bacon.
steak, yeah.
Bacon
I will
wrapped
say though,
steak,
Rocco
so-
was hitting that for so long. By the end, his hands were covered in blood. Like he was getting cuts from the
Is
glass.
that why your knuckle was busted?
Yeah.
I noticed
That actually happened in the video. Yeah,
there was a
because
lot of
shards
blood.
of glass kept coming out, but it was like, we just got to do this, and I want to get it on the grill, and I don't want the steaks to burn.
Yeah.
The best was that happening, and then your mom, oh, Rocco, stop. Rocco, stop. Oh, you're bleeding. Rocco, stop.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good take.
No, stop.
Yeah.
You get so close to her foot in the sandal with the hammer that
Yeah.
it makes me cringe every time.
Yeah.
Because she holds her ground
Yeah.
and stays there as you smash the phones.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That was really fun. I like that video.
I like that video a lot. We also released Friend Dimension. We played the game Sports Friends
You don't
on
say.
Friday. And I had never played that game before. That game is fantastic. If you haven't played Sports Friends, I really recommend it. It's on PS4. How much is that?
I don't know.
Couple bucks, we'll say.
Say that.
I think it was 25. But
Well,
that's
then
a
you should have said the answer before I asked.
I don't know.
That's fine.
I'm dying to
Couple
play
bucks, could be
the.
Ask a-
25, could be 12.
Asked a question, didn't answer. I made up my own
See
answer.
for yourself.
That's the way things work, Rocco.
That's how it works. Anyways, couple bucks, go buy that game.
Stocks go up, stocks go down. What is a price with inflation? You never know. It's here today, gone tomorrow.
We didn't show it, but it comes with that game Joust. That,
Which apparently I
yeah.
heard you can play without
the
PlayStation Move.
Well, I played
didn't
it
know- I
with the
didn't know
Move
that.
controllers years ago at PAX Prime, and it was a lot of fun. I wish I had enough room to get something like that going, but I might buy it just to try that out and like clear my coffee table out of the way, and I'll let you guys know.
How do
was
you
fun.
How do you play it without the controllers have built it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, or maybe the PS3 for PS4 controllers have
Well,
built-in
you know
6
what?
axis, so.
We're in a small, confined space, all right, so we didn't play Joust.
Yeah.
I'm fucking sorry.
I'm curious to try that out though, because that was a really fun game.
Yeah.
But I think Pole Riders was my favorite of all we played.
It did look fun. You know what? I'm happy people seem to be liking Friend Dimension and Funny Factory. Ha! I knew you'd like it. I knew it was a matter of time. So you all came around.
Told
so thank you. A lot of people said I did look like a douchebag with my sunglasses on. I don't appreciate that. But you know what? I'll take it because you like Friend Dimension, so it's worth it. It's worth the hate.
It's all worth it.
Just to see the smile on your faces. And we enjoy doing it. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. I think for the next one, when we ever do Friend Dimension again, I'd like to play a horror game. I think it's been long enough. Not saying that's going to be the next thing we do, but sooner or later, I think we should. It's inevitable.
Kevin got that Layers of Fear, didn't he? Is he the only one of us that played that?
I think so.
Yeah. But yeah, Sports Friends was really fun. I kind of like the what was it called? Barbara Ball, the Smash Brothers like water polo type.
I like it too because it was like Smash Brothers, but I could play it, so that's what I enjoyed.
Keep the ball.
Yeah,
from
I wasn't
scoring.
so fucking bad at it, so I like that game.
We
too.
had that first game.
Yeah, it's good.
The only bummer about that game was it is like local multiplayer. That's it. Like you need a group of people to play any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
True.
It's really fun.
True.
And
Good for the show, though. Good for Friend Dimension.
it was good for the show, but I could see watching people playing that and then wanting to play it, and then you can't.
If you have like a house with a lot of roommates, then that's cool.
Yeah, you gotta
but
get some
otherwise,
friends, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah. There you go.
I was on PlayStation 3. We were looking at games to play, and I saw Nidhogg was up there too, and I was like, "Oh, Nidhogg."
PS4.
Yeah, it's on PS4, but I don't have PS4. I have a PlayStation
okay.
3, so I wanted to see if I could download it, and I found it in the store, so I downloaded it, and I found out it was like a PS Vita download. And like,
fuck.
I got so bummed out. Like, yeah, I'm dumb. I know I should have read that, but now, so I just have this PS Vita version of Nidhogg.
but you don't have a Vita.
No, I don't.
Can you play it on the PS3?
Time to buy Vita. There you go.
No, you can't.
I didn't think so.
I
I
guess
bet you could contact support and get your money back for that.
Yeah, I think you can.
I'll
if it's
try
within
that.
a certain amount of time.
I'll try that.
Their support is all online. It's so easy.
All right.
Yeah.
Look
I
at
did
you.
the same thing because another situation where it's like, okay, yeah, I am dumb. I guess I could have read this, but I had that happen to me with Tron. They released a new Tron game on PS4.
Oh yeah.
Tron Runner, and I downloaded
the DLC, right?
It was $20. Well,
Oh.
that's the end of the story. Is that I downloaded
fuck,
a $20
I'm sorry.
thing, and it ended up being a DLC pack, which is the same price as the game.
That's a pretty ballsy.
I've never made that
move.
mistake before in my entire life, but 1990, I went,
It was-
Tron Runner, 1999.
What could the DLC possibly have to justify it being the price of the original game?
Hats.
gotta
I don't
be-
know.
wear
I still
different
don't
hats.
even know.
It's gotta be like
Different colored
really,
shoes.
Different
really
hats,
good.
different colored
Really
shoes.
fucking good.
I think it made everything 8-bit or something. I could be wrong, but either way, I wouldn't pay $20.
Man, that's fucking
That'd be-
cool.
That's like $1.
Ooh, everything's
Maybe.
8-bit. Nice.
Yummy.
Yeah, so Sports Friends, check it out. Friend Dimension. It's all our channel. It's all on MEGA64, YouTube. Google it. Right?
It
Right?
goes live on Friday on our Twitch channel, right?
Yeah.
Friday at 7. Yeah, every Friday at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
It does. You know, there was a comment on the video that somebody said you should upload this earlier because people on the East Coast can't see it this late. But it goes up on our Twitch channel first.
At 7, which 10 o'clock isn't
7.
that late on the East Coast.
Yeah. Which
It's
if
prime
you-
time,
Friday.
baby.
If you don't know about MEGA64 TV, where you been? What
What
are you
the
doing?
fuck are you doing?
It's the only thing you should be watching and doing with your time.
Sure.
What were we doing with our time last week?
We went to PAX East. We were in
Yeah,
Boston.
I'll tell you, we were at PAX East in Boston. Thank you to everybody who came out and visited our booth. I felt like, now tell me if you agree, less dumb people.
It was a nice.
I would go with
Crowd.
that. Yeah.
This
It
is like
was
one
a
of the best
pleasure-
crowds ever.
It was a pleasurable crowd.
Everyone was
Polite.
Not so much of an annoying crowd at this convention.
Polite folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think about that, but you're 100% right. Yeah, everyone was super nice and no fuckheads.
No.
Yeah.
It was an all around
Yeah,
blast.
it was seriously 100% wonderful. Like everybody there was super great. Yeah.
Wow.
It felt great to change it up, get out of like work routine, go enjoy the city in our downtime, and sell the hell out of that new merch.
God.
Yeah.
Damn.
We sold out of our hats and our lovely anime sweatshirt. And the rest of our merchandise, you know, people were loving the new shirts, and the new Shan poster was available. Big hit. In fact, new Shan made an appearance at PAX East.
He did.
Yeah.
Secret appearance. We didn't announce that new Shan was going to be there, but
Yeah.
he was there.
Yeah.
He came out. He was at the panel. One lucky panel goer got to go home with new Shan.
Yep.
It was a really good convention. It was awesome.
Beautiful ceremony.
Yeah, again, thank you everybody that came out. We got to debut our new Miitomo No No video at our panel. If you were at the panel, you saw that we were all very sexual. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll let that hang because we were.
Let it
We were.
soak in
Yeah.
We were sexual.
to
at the
their
panel.
minds of what that might mean.
We
If you don't know what that means, then you should come next
if
panel.
you weren't at the panel, you don't know what happened. But if you were at the panel, you know that we all came out like vampires in our cloaks, moving across the auditorium like a fog, a sexual fog, thick with perspiration and thick with anticipation. And we moved, and I moved on to the recycling bin, and I did not stop until the entire room begged me to, and loudly. Right?
No one was the same after they left our panel.
If you were there, you know what I'm talking about. And if you weren't there, you're scared.
Yep.
So, yeah. PAX East was awesome. What else can I say? Oh, you know what? This is off topic. I got to see what?
I was just gonna say there are a lot of people afraid about that we gave away the new Shan.
Oh, I say it's about time.
That was
You
somebody.
would say that.
The original new Shan is still in possession.
Oh.
This is somebody's.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Our friend Turtleverse made us a new Shan and
Yes.
gave it to us.
Dan.
yes, brought it to the
Dan
show.
did, yeah.
We featured it on display, but it was a second, just like how their conspiracy. You know, there's a second gunman with whoever got shot. The one dude.
Yep.
Lincoln.
Yeah, they're similar deal here. There was a second new Shan, but don't worry, there's always a backup new Shan. So in case everything gets around here,
Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, I
It's like
couldn't.
the Paul
that would hurt our
McCartney
business
contest,
too much to just
the
give that
lookalike
away.
contest thing.
So
worry
you
about
know,
it.
yeah. Anyway,
Boston is a cool city. Of all the cities that we go to, Boston is the farthest that we have to travel for. And it really does feel like the most far away from home. Like, everything's different out there. Everyone's very harsh. The buildings are all different. Like, you go
Yeah,
to
the
Seattle,
the
it's like the
locals can be
same.
rough.
It's like San Diego, just it rains more trees, I guess. But, like, that's like the one city that's like, this is fucking another planet. It's weird.
do you want to talk about the bodega place?
Yeah, we went to this store in Boston that was really cool called Bodega, which looks like a really shitty supermarket, like a bodega from the East Coast. And it's kind of intimidating because you walk in there and there's just a bunch of dudes sitting in this shitty market and they're like, what's up? And you tell them, like, looking for the shoe store. And they tell you to hit the top button on the vending machine in back, and the whole vending machine, like, slides open and reveals, like, a little boutique behind where they got shoes and jackets and sunglasses and cool clothes. And it was really cool. We got to check out this store. Yeah, I bought a pair of shoes there, but I'm not wearing them right now.
Oh,
so
fuck.
Damn.
Shit.
Shouts out. I got a nice jacket I'm very happy with. There were some expensive items in there.
Yeah.
there were.
Streetwear is no joke.
No.
There were some cheap items in there, too.
That's true.
Or inexpensive, we should say.
That's true.
Like what?
Shoes.
My shoes.
Okay.
Come
Yeah,
on,
they were
baller.
reasonable.
Jeez. Are you putting me on the spot like what? I don't
just
run
curious.
the store.
I saw like
Like
the
the
cheapest thing I saw was a
gum they
T-shirt
sell
for
them.
$50. That was the
Okay.
cheapest thing I saw.
Well, you didn't see the T-shirt
You
for
didn't-
$5,
You
did
didn't
you?
stick around. You ran into a fountain.
Yeah.
I was there for like 15 minutes and I was ready to go.
I think
so I walked
15,
around.
15
There's
is.
an over.
Okay,
mess.
hey, even if it was 5 minutes, there was like 8 items there to
it
look
looked
at.
like-
Sean
It
got
was 5
angry.
minutes.
It looked like Sean
All
had his
right.
nuts
I
goosed by a ghost.
I wasn't going to bring this out, but Sean got angry being in there, and I don't know what
I
happened.
was fucking
and I don't
over
know
it.
why.
It
There
looked
was-
like someone pinched Sean's butt from
There
the
was
netherworld.
nothing
Sticker
for
shock
me
got him,
there.
like-
It was just.
I was there for 5 minutes.
What do you mean there's nothing for you?
There was
You don't wear
nothing-
shoes or shirts?
No, not those.
Well, hey,
No.
50% right.
Yeah.
Well, wait.
To be
There you
fair. To be fair.
Sean's all about free shirts.
I paid for
How
this
much
shirt.
did this whole
Did you
outfit
really?
cost you?
I paid for this.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah, the behemoth. You're paying him out just
What are you talking
stacks
about?
of cash.
Yeah, I said, no. John from Behemoth said, I'll give you a shirt. I said, John, I would insist I have to pay for this. And so I paid for it happily.
You're. I'm done with this.
Anyways,
Listen, you're too good of a person, Sean, and you're a very thrifty guy, so I could see why the sticker shock from being in that store.
I just was over it. It was just, it was.
You don't like overalls for $1,000?
I liked the door. Right.
You know what? I'll be honest. The first item I looked at was very expensive, and yeah, my balls kind of retracted into my body too. And I was like, "What am I doing here? This is embarrassing. I can't afford anything here."
You wanted
everybody
to dig.
here's looking at me like I'm some loser, broke peon. I wanted to cry on the inside.
But
you know what?
that.
I sucked it up, and I played it cool. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I'm not a loser. Maybe I do fit in here. And I kept looking, and I found something that I liked that wasn't that expensive. For my budget, you know?
Yeah.
I bought some shoes. $70 is not that expensive for shoes.
Not that bad.
That's what I spent on the shoes there. So,
Not that bad.
Yeah.
I found some shoes that I really liked there that looked like they were the carpet of an arcade, and I was like, they were not that expensive, but they were a little bit expensive, and I was like, but you know what though, this is really neat, and I never do that for myself like that with clothes and stuff. So I'm gonna you know, whatever. Do you have these in size 13? I don't think we have anything that goes up to that. Oh, fuck you all. Fuck you all. That was it.
See?
But I found them online.
there you go.
Anyways,
That's good.
yeah. There was that.
What did you do instead?
Yeah, instead of the
I walked
bodega, where
over
were
to
you?
this really nice. Cool,
Well, we should say, I want to let them know what we saw from our angle.
Sure. Yeah.
I think that's a more entertaining way to
this
unfold
will be good,
this.
and then you can reveal the mystery.
So Sean split from that store. It was like, okay, I'm not
He
interested.
ran
All right,
out of there.
Out of there.
ran out.
And we
We
were
were
in
there
for
for-
another 45 minutes, maybe?
Yeah.
I swear to God, there was like 10 items in that store. I don't know how you were there for so long. I was waiting for a phone call. And
I,
you got
we
it.
were,
get 'em fitted
dude,
and
I was
stuff.
trying jackets on. I
Oh,
was
yeah,
making
we were trying
selections.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Way
Okay.
more,
And they were-
way more than 10 items.
Okay. 100 max?
That's a lot of items.
No, it's not.
Sure. Yeah, I'd say there was 100.
Well, either
Yeah.
way, 10, 100, it's all the same.
So,
pretty much.
We're in there, we're waiting. Okay,
Sean
whatever. We do all
vanishes.
this. We still haven't seen Sean in a while, but we get it all done. We go out and it's like, man, he was out of here quick. I don't know where. And then we walk outside and it's like, where is he?
Where is he?
I thought he'd just be waiting.
We're about to call him. We don't
Yeah, I
know
thought
where
he
he
was
is.
waiting outside, and I turn around, and it was like you remember those episodes of Lost where they'd see an apparition of Walt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I turn, and Sean is in the middle of this Boston street, wet, head to toe,
wet.
But
dripping.
not just wet. Strolling down the street with this smile on his face.
It's not raining or
Oh,
anything.
what a beautiful day. Yeah, it's not raining, and he's dripping wet. Just like, oh, cheerio, fellas. Are you done shopping? And
Hair wet,
and
beads on the jacket still.
Yeah.
Shoes wet, pants, jeans
like-
soaked.
you're wet. And he's like, that's right.
Yeah.
I stepped into a fountain. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, there was like a fountain spray. He ran through it. His hair got wet. Maybe even his shoulders. His pants are wet. His crotch is wet. His shoes are wet. They keep pointing this out. Like, the more I look, you're really,
The more of
really,
him is wet.
You're in Boston in a strange town.
It's cold.
It's kind of cold.
You were here 5 minutes ago. You disappeared, and now it looks like you swam here. And then he just repeated, yes, I stepped into a fountain.
Which is what I did.
I looked on your Instagram and saw the proof.
Yeah, I did that. I was walking around. I went to this like really cool library, but I was going into it and it was closed, which was shitty.
Sunday, brah.
No, it was renovation or whatever. So then I kept walking around, and there was some campus that we were practically on. And then there was like a really cool fountain that I thought like it was spraying water in such a way that I thought I could probably squeeze through this and stand in the middle of it and get a picture taken of me, because that'd be kind of funny to send back to Jenny and the kids. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
And so I found a stranger and I said, hey, can you take a picture?
First of all,
yeah.
you didn't think they would run off with your phone?
No, because
Once you're in the wetness?
because he was with like a lot of kids, and I thought there's no way. If the guy does try to take off my phone, he's not leaving the kids. I'll take one of them in exchange. for my
Classic
phone.
grifter move is to bring the kids along. But
Fast kids.
go ahead.
Yeah. Anyways, so he took a picture of his kids, and I'm like, oh, can you take a picture of me too? He's like, I'm happy to do it. And then I got in positioned all right. And then I realized, oh, I'm a lot taller than these kids who were standing in there, because they were fine, but I'm an adult. So I started getting sprayed with the water, and then the guy
remembered he was an adult.
the guy couldn't figure out my phone and take the picture, so I was in there for a long time just waiting
my
for him
God.
to take the picture. But I couldn't have him like tell him to hurry up, because I don't know this guy. He's doing me a favor, so I'm just kind of standing there for I don't know, like 30 seconds. And by the time that he was done with the picture, I got one that was super blurry and the one that I posted online. And I was soaked.
You're soaking.
I was wet.
I got a dope ass windbreaker.
Yeah, well, I
Nice.
honestly would have much rather done what I done.
It was certainly less expensive.
Yeah, I got wet for free. And it felt a little gross afterwards, a little dirty. But
You didn't get sick. You didn't get a cold or anything.
no,
Come down with any kind of.
no salmonella in that fountain. That's for sure. Anyways, so that was my experience while they were off looking at dumb store.
Oh.
That door was cool though, and I filmed it, and the lady saw me filming it, and she's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, it's policy. Can you delete that footage?" Which is fine. I mean, I've gotten that a billion times in my life.
You know what's funny?
Huh?
I looked that up on YouTube,
Yeah.
and there's footage of that happening to like 10 other people.
I figured. Well,
But they
anyways,
just save it and upload it anyway,
Well,
and then they go in and you can't film in here.
yeah,
It's like
I
someone
hit
shutting it
delete,
down.
and then she was satisfied and walked away, and then I went back and I hit recover, and
Yeah.
it came back on my phone.
Come on.
So I had that footage, but
It's their policy not to. They don't want customers.
yeah, they don't want customers in their shitty ass store. Anyways,
Oh, Sean.
come on, guys, I'm the not cool one here. Obviously, that's like a very trendy, cool, happening place that I just don't get. That's just how it is.
He said it.
I know.
You're just angry, and you're just angry.
So
So much anger.
a lot of anger in my
We're
life.
always talking about his anger issues, and this is a perfect example of just a normal store. People go to it; they don't go.
It
to
wasn't a normal
but
store.
he is angry, and
It had a cool gimmick.
Witness the anger.
It did no. It was a cool gimmick. It was a very cool gimmick.
Witness the anger. Witness it. Anyways, video games. We play them. We beat them. We knock them dead.
At Boston or at Pax East, they had a bunch of games to play. Obviously, it was PAX, but I really only made time to play a couple. We didn't really get a lot of chances to leave the booth once the show was going, so I made a little bit of time to play before, and so I got to play. I played a little bit of Ninja Turtles, the new Ninja Turtles, and Let It Die. Those are really the only two games that I tried at PAX this year, because Let It Die is a Suda51 game that was gone for years. Like, they announced it a couple years ago and nothing ever since. So I wanted to make time to play that, and that was pretty cool. It was like they're trying to kind of make their own. It was more, if you know Suda51's games and he's kind of his style, how it's a little eccentric and a little bit not cartoony, but I don't know how to describe it. You'd know. I mean, if you play any of his games, they're always on the edge of just kind of absurd. And it was kind of like almost like his take on a kind of, I don't know. I don't really play a lot of like Dark Souls or Demon Souls or any of those kind of games, but I want to say it was almost kind of like that, where it was kind of like you're just kind of taking on a bunch of things coming at you.
Like waves of enemies.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain without, like, if you haven't seen footage of it or played it, or it's kind of hard to detail it. But everything was kind of just odd, and it was almost kind of it was hard to do in a demo, because there were things happening that they were like, oh, don't throw that grenade. What? Why? I just got a grenade. I want to throw it. And they were telling me, like, no, you eat grenades in this. Like, what?
Oh.
No, I don't. What?
I get it.
Like little things that were like, okay, if I had like an hour to sit down, this would be fine, but I don't,
Eat 'em.
Hard to demo that.
Yeah, but you're kind of like going through almost like dungeons, and there's kind of other things that I don't know how else to kind of describe it. But what?
This is the worst review ever.
All right. Well, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Sorry.
I didn't play it,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to picture it. I'm following you.
That's all of his games.
but you keep saying
his
like,
games
Yeah.
make
there's
no
no
sense.
words to describe it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You eat grenades, but there's really no words for it.
He did D4, right?
Yeah.
Are they still
No, he
releasing?
didn't.
No, no,
No,
no,
he
no,
did
no,
not
no,
do
no.
D4.
Okay.
Sorry.
He
No.
did,
I meant to say no.
We get those guys confused.
Did you do No More Heroes?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, got that right.
You
Fuck
got it
yeah.
right, Sean.
Hell yeah. Didn't see
Well-
that coming, did you?
Sean,
Rob, yes.
Have you played any video games?
Yeah, I've been playing Star Fox for the Wii U. I played about, I'd say, an hour of it, and I heard a lot of complaints before I popped it in about the controls and how it's really dumb how the screen is a ship and this is your cockpit, like the gamepad is your cockpit, and it's very disorienting going back and forth, which I will agree that I did have trouble with that. But I feel like the game, take that away from it, the game on its own is like an old Star Fox game. Like, it is back to what I loved about Star Fox. Even like before mission, it's that old Goldberg or whatever it's like the same voice he used to have in the old like Super Nintendo one, which I really thought was cool. I haven't played enough of it to tell you for sure if you should go buy it or not, but I will tell you that if you do like Star Fox on the Super Nintendo and the 64, then I would definitely say at least check it out because it is a throwback to those games. So
Yeah, I think I might be like halfway through it. Or
oh really?
And
wow.
With the controls, I think I said this to Sean before, but I'm more kind of asking why rather than I'm like hating them or like none of it has made me go like, fuck this game or anything like that. In the first half hour, I hated it. So I could see why, some people tried it at like E3 and stuff and really didn't like it. You need to give it a minute, I think. But I kind of just don't really... I don't really like the things they've done control-wise in terms of the cockpit and the thing. I just don't feel like I gained something really valuable out of it.
I agree with that too.
There's moments where there's things that are different showing up on the screen that are, you got to send this robot into this place and then you got to look on the screen for that. That's fine because I'm not really like, I can detach from the screen for a minute. And I didn't really mind that when they did it in like Wonderful 101 and stuff like that. But when two things are happening on both screens, I just don't really see what I get out of it to look between. But I just find myself going, just let me play on the TV. Like, it doesn't really. It's a series that needs to be reinvented the least.
Yeah. Being
reinvented the most, and it's just kind of like, you could stop. But overall, I've been really enjoying it, and I think that the thing that made it the best is the presentation, and they got all the original voice actors and stuff like that.
And I do like, it's kind of weird because it's a rail shooter, but every now and then, like, all right, rails are off, and yours it's like free. You just go wherever you want to go and just kill anyone, which is cool. But the controls are weird. Like, I felt like in Battlefront when you're doing the dogfights in that, that was like great. Like, I got that.
Yeah.
And this is kind of a shittier version of that when you're free. But when it's on the rail, it's like when it's at its best, in my opinion.
On the rails.
Are you going after Andros still?
Oh, absolutely.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that motherfucker. He never learns.
He never ever learns. But anyways, so check it out, like Star Fox.
Hey, I wanted to say too, getting back to PAX East, we did an interview for Destructoid, which was not posted on Destructoid's website, but they did put it on their YouTube channel. It's 14 minutes. We make a huge announcement in the video.
That's good.
I really recommend, if you're a MEGA64 fan, check out the video. You're going to want to see the video. You're going to want to see the announcement. I'm not going to go into it because I don't want to say too much, but I was very happy with the interview. And it didn't get that many views, and I was really disappointed.
They just don't know.
They don't know. We're all in it. It's a great interview. 14 minutes of classic MEGA64. Did you just link to it?
Yes, I did.
Oh
Eric
my
just
God.
posted it in the chat. Go ahead,
Classic.
click that, pause it, wait till we're done, and as soon as the podcast is over,
Classic.
you got a wonderful video to watch. I also want to say shouts out to our sponsors real quick before we run out of time. Let's mention them. Loot Crate, go to lootcrate.com, use the promo code MEGA64 to
Lootcrate.com/MEGA64.
/MEGA64. Go ahead, laugh it up, Garrett. I'm never going to get it.
I'm just glad it's not me for
gonna
once.
get it right. I'm never going to get it right. /MEGA64, sign up for a discount. Loot Crate, it's awesome. They send you stuff every month. We're constantly opening up loot crates in here, and
Constant.
I'm always taking like 1 or 2 items out of the loot crate, taking it into my personal life. Last month, I got the enamel Alien vs. Predator pin, which I forgot about, and then I found recently. And I like enamel pins. It's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. And you like Alien versus Predator.
And you know what? I used the Pollos Hermanos cooking apron from the Breaking Bad box like last year.
Whoa.
In my day-to-day life. Thank you, Loot Crate. Sign
Nice.
for yourself. Get some crap. Also, check out Kickapoo. Go to drinkkickapoo.com. Look up
that in.
Kickapoo on Amazon. What can we say about Kickapoo that hasn't already been said?
You know what?
I'm going to pretend... What? Go ahead.
I was going to
outta
say,
here.
I do follow Kickapoo on Twitter, and they had a poll recently, what's your favorite flavor? And all 4 flavors. And
I didn't see that.
Fruit Shine was number 1, I think
What color is that?
that's the
Red.
red one.
Sangria.
Which I think if we
The sangria one?
the sangria one.
Ew.
That was the one that won.
Ew.
Hey, I would say ew, but it's definitely my least favorite.
Me and you were Malibu fans.
Yeah, it was my least favorite of the 4. It's still good.
Should have been peach fuzz.
It's still better than any other soda out there.
Yeah, peach fuzz.
But
The
I've been
peach
getting
one.
mighty thirsty on
That
the
was the
PPS.
winner.
Oh my
Where's
God,
the
the
red
winner.
bin?
The red one. I wish I could smack every person
Yeah.
who was drinking the red Kickapoo. I'm sorry, Kickapoo. I love you guys.
Yeah.
But the red one won the taste test. Barf.
Yeah, Malibu.
Ugh.
Malibu.
Hey, to each his own, man.
No, you know what? Those people didn't try the peach one. That's what I'm saying.
Fuzzy navel.
Fuzzy Navel should have taken it. Anyways, find out for yourself which is your favorite. Check out Kickapoo. DrinkKickapoo.com. Go to Amazon. Look up Kickapoo. Get yourself a can. Get yourself a whole case.
Boom.
Get a keg.
Oh, do they have that?
Kegapoo.
A Kegapoo. That's a good idea. Yeah, smart.
And most importantly, forget all those other
Man, the
websites.
chat is saying that's their favorite flavor. Maybe we're the crazy ones.
The sangria one is good.
It's good, but it's not my favorite.
But I like.
Derrick's
some
got
ones
other definitions of it.
You know what? I'll be honest. Never had the red one.
What?
What the fuck?
I just love the peach one
Alright.
so much.
Oh my God.
As soon as I tasted it, as soon as I gave
You knew that was one for
that
you.
peach can a kiss, it was love at first
I don't know what to
sight.
believe.
Yeah, I only
my
drink
God.
the peach one. I've had the green one before. I tried the blue one. I've yet to go red.
All right, fair enough.
I'll try the red one next week. Officially, I'll let you know
Okay.
my thoughts. All right, tune back in next week. But most importantly, hey, go to shop.mega64.com. Buy some merchandise from us, your boys. It supports us directly. There's no middleman, okay? Obama's not getting a slice. Uncle Sam isn't getting a slice, okay? Yeah,
Well,
it's
technically,
all yeah.
getting
Nobody's getting their
They
mix
are,
on it.
but
It all
it's fine.
supports the videos.
Okay.
Don't listen to
Every
what he
shirt
said
you
about
buy,
slices.
every hat you buy, every DVD you buy makes our video that much funnier. Every time you buy a shirt, it adds an extra laugh to a video. So if you're out there and you watch a video and you say, video didn't get a laugh out of me,
Your own
buy a
fucking
shirt.
fault.
Buy a shirt.
Yeah.
That's what.
I
That's the
hated this
problem.
video. I have to buy a shirt.
That's
now.
the problem.
What's coming on Friday? I hate to ask.
I'm afraid to ask.
Do we have a new merch announcement?
Yes. For all the people asking about, you guys can do it. Let's go for
You're
it.
just
For
so
all the people
you-
asking.
Man,
I just don't feel good.
you didn't have to
about-
come today. We didn't
Listen,
make you.
I know. wish I
Salmonella
would've.
got them.
Yeah.
It got them. Let's move on.
Real salmonella caught on tape. You're watching it. You're watching a man die on tape right now.
I'm trying to give you these lead-ins. He's not.
His eyes are
taking
gonna
the
roll
bait.
back.
We have all these M&Ms.
Do you want to
He's not taking
explain?
the bait.
Do you want to explain this bag of M&Ms, Rocco? Go ahead.
They're for everybody.
It's medicine.
Man.
M&Ms. I heard they were
Oh
medicine.
man! All right. Well, anyways, we have our new sweater,
That
sweatshirt that came out,
Tumbler.
which is called.
Do it your fucking self.
The
The experiment sweatshirt,
Okay,
which everybody has been asking us for since we debuted it for PAX East. It's going to come out on Friday. We completely sold out of it at the con. We were able to produce enough of these in time where we saved some aside to sell online on Friday. So
Yeah.
we'll have some. We won't have a ton. Same with the mind control hoodies. We did a really small run of those, so we'll have some of those. The hat, a lot of people have been asking for the snapback hat that we showed at PAX East, but we could not make enough of those.
sold out.
And those did sell out, and we don't have any to bring here. So you just have to stay tuned for an update on that.
We'll
But-
get some more. Don't worry.
yeah, but the sweatshirt will be online on Friday with the hoodie. And another thing that happened was last year we did a really small reprint of our MEGA64 time DVD, and and they completely sold out except for we set a box aside because we like to bring some to cons and things like that. You know, for people who maybe didn't get one online, we always like to have a handful of things that aren't on the website. You know, things like that. Well, we set aside a box of those for PAX East, and we never shipped them. They just didn't make them out there. So we're going to put a few copies of that online. The copies we were going to bring to PAX, there were people who asked for it, so we're going to put those online on Friday too, just probably for that day.
Yeah.
Cool.
and it's just a handful. It was just meant to be for Pax, but it didn't make it out. So now you have a chance in case you didn't get that.
Perfect.
Yeah. Awesome. There you go.
Flawless.
Yeah, all that stuff went over really well
Yeah.
at PAX. Everybody who saw the stuff really loved it. I love when somebody sees our merchandise and they have no idea who we are and they buy our shirt.
Yeah.
And that happened a few times.
That
I was
happened a
always
few times.
impressed.
Yeah, I got this message actually from this person, and it was a girl, and she said, I saw your sweatshirt, had no idea who you were. I bought it because I thought it was cool. And then I looked you up and remembered that I loved you in middle school.
She used to watch our videos.
Completely forgot you had existed. She's
Wow.
like, I watched Tetris and a couple others years ago, and then it was like you had been removed from my brain. I had no idea you were still around.
Yeah.
And now I've rediscovered you thanks to this sweatshirt. She ended with like, thank you so much. Can't wait to keep watching
How
now.
funny.
How funny.
I love it when we have people like people from Rooster Teeth or Behemoth or Fangamer who come by and say, "You guys have like the best. Your shirts are awesome, best designs."
We do.
It's a good feeling to know.
Yeah, well, it's thanks to all our fans and our friends and the artists.
And the artists
that
we
help
work
us
with.
It's
out.
the
So
artists
tribute to all the
that we work
artists
with,
that we work
for
with.
sure.
Thank you.
Hey, do you know what's
Shouts
on
out.
Friday? We're going to be posting them?
I mean, it'll probably be like 10 a.m. I mean, we'll post on Twitter for sure, but it'll probably be like 10 a.m. Pacific, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Specific.
Oh, and also, as always, most importantly, support us on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Mega64. Donate $1 or $2 a month or $5 or give us your whole allowance. I don't care.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whatever you want to do. Every dollar you donate makes our videos funnier. Every dollar I write a joke on every dollar personally, and I hand it to Shan, and I'm slipping him a joke a day.
Yep.
And soon he's gonna be ready to make somebody laugh.
So,
Think
not
about
yet,
that.
but
Not
someday.
yet, but with your help, we can make it happen, baby. Woo! Check out our Patreon. Funny Factory continues to get better and better, which I'm very proud of. And we've been cranking out so many quality videos lately at an astounding rate. Really, we've been cranking them out really fast. And it's all thanks to all our fans. So can't say it enough. Thank you for all your support. I saw a movie this week.
What'd you see?
I don't know why I saw this movie.
Uh-oh.
I saw The Jungle Book.
Oh, wow.
New Jungle
Now,
Book
All
movie.
right.
Okay.
Live action.
I was gonna take the kids to this, so I'm glad I can ask you now, as you saw it. Is it? It looks like it's just the cartoon movie, but it's like nothing has changed at all, besides the fact that it's live action.
It basically is.
Follows
I
the
didn't
plot.
know this going into it. The animals talk.
Right.
They straight up talk. Mowgli talks to the animals. It's him hanging out with the animals
with
talking.
Baloo and all them.
And they got like
Bagheera.
CG mouths.
It goes through the same story, but I think the original animation was based on a book.
Sure,
And this one's
of course.
based on the same book, so it hits the same plot points of that book.
Okay.
You're gonna it's cool and it sucks for both the same reason. You're gonna go in there and it's gonna be a live action adaptation of all these things you've seen in the cartoon.
Right.
And it's gonna hit you with this nostalgia like, oh dude, this is like the snake part. Oh my god, look at the eyes. Oh, they're
Yeah.
hypnotizing Mowgli. And it's cool, but at the same time, no surprise.
Yeah.
You know exactly what's gonna happen.
Right.
And that's kind of the downfall of the movie. And
Did they sing?
they do sing.
Same songs?
Same songs.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
cool.
But it's not like the full song, and it's kind of like an updated live action take on it. But it's the same songs.
Now, this is the most important song to me was the Vultures song. Is that
That's
still in there?
not in it.
I knew it.
That's not in it. In fact,
The Beatles reference.
They, I think I read something that in this new one they were trying to talk to Paul and Ringo, like being in it or something.
Oh, really?
And when that didn't work, they
just cut the whole
didn't-
thing.
I don't know. I don't really know if that's true.
yeah. So actually, there's really like only 2 songs in there, and
Okay.
they're the really famous ones.
Bare Necessities.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Okay.
And then
King Louis song?
King Louis song. Yeah, that's the
I
other one.
loved that movie as a kid. I loved the Jungle
So
Book.
you'll probably like this new one, but at the same time, you'll probably like me think it's a little long. It goes on too long. And at the end of the day, there's not really that much. They don't do really anything that special with
Right.
it. So it's pretty enjoyable. It goes a little long. Nothing crazy, you know. I liked it. It passed the time, but after a while, like thinking about it a day later, the more I thought about it, the less interesting it was.
Okay.
So
All right.
Yeah, it sounded like it existed to really. It wanted to be a crowd pleaser, and that maybe it was all it was.
You know what? It tries. I feel like it tries too hard to be a crowd pleaser. That it's so broad, and it goes for this broad appeal that it never really hits you on any level very strong. Because I feel like, man, just go for it. Just like. There's cool moments in it, but the cool moments are like downplayed because you're reminded like, oh yeah, this is a kid's movie. Like, man, this is kind of dark for a kid's movie. But on the other hand, they don't play it super dark. They kind of just gloss over the dark parts.
Right.
Good intention. You know, if you're a big, here's what I'll say. If you're a big fan of The Jungle Book, check it out and you will really enjoy how it recreates a classic movie pretty well for live action. But if you're expecting like, Pirates of the Caribbean, for example, how they took that and it was like crazy and new and really inspired. You ain't getting that.
Because I was kind of curious when I saw the trailer. I'm like, oh, they must have just another take on The Jungle Book because the other one already exists and is still being seen by kids today. So else why make this movie?
No, it's cashing in on the nostalgia of that cartoon. Definitely.
Got it. Okay, fair enough.
It really sucks because I just feel like that's where Disney is right now. Like they just,
that's kind of
they did a remake of Cinderella like a few years ago.
Did you see that?
I did see that.
Whoa.
It was really bad.
Well, there you go.
That one was awful.
Damn,
like even some of the things they're doing good. Like I mean, I really like the Star Wars that they put out and stuff like that. But even that is still they're kind of just acquiring and regurgitating. You know, like Disney doesn't have a new hot like. It's kind of a bummer. With the empire, with the empire they have, they're not really.
I still haven't gotten
Zootopia's new thing. I haven't seen it.
I tried to this weekend actually, but didn't make it.
I don't know why I'm a sucker for all the live action. I keep expecting like another Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
they made Pirates of the Caribbean once.
Right, and the other ones weren't Pirates.
I saw Haunted Mansion, thought it'd be badass. It wasn't. I saw the sequels to Pirates of the Caribbean. They sucked. I saw Cinderella. Now I've seen Jungle Book. I don't know why I'm a sucker for these live action Disney movies.
Yeah, but because it got you once.
What's that Mad Hatter one coming out?
They did. Oh yeah, they're making another Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah,
I didn't
Johnny Depp.
That has some of the worst artwork. If you look any of the posters for this new movie, it's like they looked at the first ones and said, "Same thing, uglier." Like it is just him,
Tim Burton, make it uglier.
Just god,
more
contorted faces and stuff. Yeah.
I watched. I saw The Hateful Eight and Django Unchained. I had not seen either of those movies.
Wow.
And I have decided that I just really enjoy Quentin Tarantino in that era. So keep doing that, like the 1800s. Like I thought both were great movies. I really liked them. I liked them both. Very different reasons.
I never saw Hateful Eight, but I was surprised how much I liked Django Unchained.
Django Unchained was
I just
great.
put that on like whatever.
But
and
you know
I ended up sitting
I think
and watching
if you walk into a movie knowing it's Quentin Tarantino, you know what kind of movie you're going to get. Yeah. And I like that. Like he gets away with things that I would get mad at for other directors doing. Like, all of a sudden, Jack White's playing in Hateful Eight. Or the White Stripes are playing. And it's like, this makes no sense that this is being used right now. But, like, it's him, so I can just appreciate it and just move on, you know?
I don't know what it reminds me of. It's like it's like a high school band, and they're the only band that's heard Nirvana. And they're kind of ripping off Nirvana. And everybody says that they're a genius. And then, Garrett, you're like the one guy being like, haven't you ever fucking listened to Nirvana? I feel like I didn't see Hateful Eight, but with Django Unchained, I feel like I've seen so many spaghetti westerns that he has the luxury of cherry picking.
Oh, exactly.
Absolutely.
Cool stuff from like 20 years worth of awesome movies that nobody has ever seen, and he gets credit for all of it.
Now,
that's what Kill Bill was. Just with
I completely agree with you.
Movies.
That's exactly what he does.
I still agree with you.
But I don't think he's hiding the fact that he does that, like, at all.
He does it better than any other director.
Well, that's
his
what I'm saying.
style.
He gets away with it because it's like he's going to this source that is so off of everybody's radar that he gets away with it.
Yeah, absolutely. But I liked it. Hateful Eight, it was really funny because I loved it, but it was shot in 70 millimeter, right? Like, and it was like, you know, a lot of effort was put in. Yeah, a lot of effort was put into that, but a majority of it was just in a cabin, which I thought was I was ready for it to be more like The Revenant, where it's all outdoors, all like epic landscapes, and it was definitely not that. But I did really think that the use of the wider screen was cool.
You could see a lot in that cabin.
Right,
though,
you can always see like other characters in the background doing their own thing.
Sitting at their own little tables
Right.
in their own corner, doing their own thing.
And a lot of it was like very high tension that you want to see what everyone was doing at all times.
Yeah.
So I get that.
It created that paranoia where you're like watching the corner of the screen to see, what that character's doing.
Right.
Vice versa. Before you know what's going on.
Yeah.
That was good. I liked it.
Speaking of 8 hateful beings, I saw a documentary about the Rockafire explosion, which is about 8 animatronic singing animals.
Yeah.
It's like Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie.
Yeah, Five Nights. That's what it was. They adapted that. You know what's funny actually is Five Nights at Freddy's is actually kind of based on it. The same kind of singing things and like
Based on animatronic from Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, kind of Chuck E. Cheese kind of thing.
On the East Coast, they had a different name for it too. But
yeah, Showbiz Pizza.
Showbiz,
yeah, Showbiz Pizza and Chuck E. Cheese eventually merged.
Oh.
really?
But it was the animatronic band that was originally in Showbiz Pizza. It was like a gorilla was the main MC, and they had all these other animal. I mean, it was just I was just like, why is there a documentary on this? And what it's about are like people who were. It was on Netflix at one point. I guess it isn't now. People who are really obsessed with who are like fans of it. There are like grown men now who I've assembled a working. I found all the parts of it, and I've assembled a working show. I have it out in my trailer. It's got like super fans of this.
Yeah.
Fake band, and then it also follows the guy who invented it.
It was one guy, right?
And it was really interesting because it's a guy who made this whole thing, this new form of entertainment, whatever, in the early '80s, and they were opening Showbiz Pizza they were opening 2 new ones every month, so it was like make 2 big animatronic shows every month, and then it became 4, and then it became so he has this huge business where he's hired 300 people to help him make animatronics every month, and then just suddenly they merged with Chuck E. Cheese, and Chuck E. Cheese went, yeah, okay, either sell us all your shit or we're not going to work with you. And he's like, I don't want to do that. Okay, we're done. And that was it. Like overnight, it's over.
Wow.
And that guy still to this day is in business. It's just him.
Wow.
But he still has his whole factory. Like he's made all this money off of.
He has access to go around and make.
Well, he
Parts
still puts stuff together, and
Yeah.
there's still some shows that he makes stuff for, and he still has ones that were built that were never sold. So every now and then it's this customer in Dubai wanted a full show, so there they are on the crates. They've been in those crates since '84.
And they're going to ship
Wow.
to
I'm going to send them out. Yeah.
Fuck.
And he sells tours of the place too, because it's a giant factory. And I mean, there are things still sitting there from when it shut down in the '80s.
Wow.
And he's like, yeah, here's this. We were working on a real drumming robot over here. Stopped in '84. Hopefully pick that up again. He's not the weirdest looking dude. He's a good looking guy.
Yeah.
But he, showing stuff off. But this was my favorite part, and it's barely in the documentary. So I want to tell everyone to actually look this up on YouTube, because it's not even in this documentary. This guy has all these patents, things that he works on. It's in the bonus features of the documentary, but he talks about it more on YouTube, which is why I said to go look it up. This guy also helped invent whack-a-mole. Wow. He came up with, the thing comes, like a Japanese inventor had a game where something would come out of a hole.
Yeah.
Well, he invented how to make it into an arcade machine. He invented the name whack-a-mole. He invented all these things to make it work. He worked on it with another guy, and the other guy took it and ran and made all the money with it.
Fucked
And
over.
what's great about this guy, about the guy who invented Rockafire Explosion, all this stuff, is he says in these interviews and online, I invented all this stuff. I was stupid for not protecting my trademark. And let this be a lesson to everyone out there. If you have an idea, protect it. Because I was stupid and I learned my lesson. Now, I'm not going to sue the guy. Hey, I was stupid, and hey, he did his thing.
Wow.
But this guy should fess up that I had something to do with it. I'm not asking for money, but you can't take credit. This guy finds the whack-a-mole, the guy who stole the idea.
Yeah.
There's videos of him online. finding that guy at conventions and going, "Hey man, how's it going? Got the whack-a-mole inventor over here. Hey, go ahead and tell the camera what I had to do with it." I'm not gonna. No. He just goes to events. He just goes to events and tries to get him to just not anything,
admit
but
to it.
just tell the story of how
up.
you came up with
He
whack-a-mole.
ain't gonna let it go.
And he doesn't go into it, and it's like, oh, it's kind of like.
awesome.
Oh my god.
And instead of suing him, he just pisses him off
Yeah,
at
yeah.
conventions. You gotta look this
Shames
up on
him.
YouTube. There's a video of him just finding him at
That's
Is
great.
this documentary anywhere that's streaming, or is it only on DVD?
It is, I believe, on Amazon Video now.
Amazon
yeah.
Prime.
Yeah, I found
I
a
found a
crappy
thing.
DVD of it, but it's on Amazon Prime.
Okay. I'll check that
You
out.
might have to pay a couple bucks to see it. I don't know if it's free, but definitely worth it.
Yeah.
It was really
That's so
really
funny.
entertaining. I think the theme song should this. By the way, they got these people who have accumulated these animatronic bands.
Yeah.
They get him to
Have
do covers,
programmed
right?
them to do other songs.
Yeah, I've heard him do like
And-
rap songs.
And that's why, the one that blew up, they talked to a guy out in the South who has, I programmed mine to do Miss New Booty. That got about 10 million views on YouTube. And you look it up, I found you, Miss New Booty. It's great. But anyway, the creator of it,
Really?
he has a good sense of humor about it, and he programmed it to do a Nine Inch Nails song,
Whoa.
and it is so well done.
Because of all the clicking and ticking
It's
that
just
they-
bad, and then they have every time he goes, yeah, they have a moon rise in the background that goes, yeah, and goes back down. It's so well done. That should be the theme song.
Okay.
All right.
Just an idea. Anyway.
Yeah, no, it's definitely.
The
done.
clicking could kind of go to
Done
the
and
industrial sound.
It's
because
awesome.
those old animatronic bands are
They click a
noisy
lot.
as
They're
fuck.
all air controlled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pneumatics.
Yeah.
Pistons
How funny.
firing.
It was wicked. So yeah, definitely watch that if you get
All
a
right.
chance.
Tight.
Anyway.
I watched Final Destination 5 this week. The
Whoa.
best of Final
The peak.
Destinations. Also aka known as the Final Destination 2. Because Final Destination 4 was simply known as the Final
The Final
Destination.
Destination.
Oh.
The fourth one is the Final Destination.
I hate that shit.
And-
With that and like Fast and Furious and that stuff too.
Yeah, well
Just
then
number 'em.
they made Fast 6 and Furious 7.
Just stop. Just number. Just
So this was should be known as Final 5. Whatever.
Final Fight.
Final 5.
Make a good movie.
Final Fight. I'm going to spoil how this movie ends.
Uh-oh.
You know what?
Okay, I'll allow it.
This movie ends. Okay, so Final Destination. Ooh, we escaped death, but we didn't really because death's still coming for us. We'll watch out for the puddle on the ground. That's death coming to get you. Oh, you slipped on the puddle and you hit your face on a picket fence. Oh.
Bad.
Don't click on the mouse because the mouse actually shorted out and it caused a piece of glass to break and the piece of glass got wedged in your shoe and you stubbed your toe and you looked down and you didn't see the door closing and it cut your head off.
Wow.
Dead. That's Final Destination. We all know this.
Yeah.
It's such a formula and a recipe. They don't ever
Saw the
change
first
it.
one.
They don't ever change it. Oh, you saw the first one?
Yeah.
Funny.
Did you hear this?
Did it end with a roller coaster, the first one?
Absolutely not.
No, it did not.
That's the third. That's how the third one begins.
Saw a third one.
Saw the third one.
And they just have fun.
All right, so I'm gonna spoil it now. If you
Yeah,
want to see these
yeah.
movies, I'm gonna fuck it all up for you.
Yeah,
The
okay.
first one starts. The kid has a vision that he's on an airplane and it's going to explode.
Right,
Yeah.
and he gets off.
He gets off, and then all of this starts. The fifth one ends with these survivors getting on an airplane, and they're sitting on the airplane, and they look at their ticket like you do when you sit down in an airplane. You look at the ticket and you check the date on your airplane ticket
Oh,
because
man.
you don't fucking know what date it is.
Sure.
They check the date on the airplane ticket. It says May 23rd, the year 2000.
Oh, no.
Oh, fuck!
We're back on the plane.
We're in the year 2000, and then it cuts, and it's the scene from the first movie of all the kids arguing to get off
Yeah.
the plane, and then they all get off, and it's like the heroes from Final Destination 5 are like, the fuck? What was that about? And then some stewardess, like, they're already in flight at this point, and the stewardess is like, some boy had a vision that this plane was going to explode.
Oh my
And then the
God.
guy's just like, what? And the whole plane starts blowing up.
Mindfuck.
Final Destination 5 is the beginning. It's of Final Destination 1.
It's a loop.
The sequel is a prequel. Fuck you, it works.
It's a loop.
It's an endless loop.
It's a loop.
Yeah, so you watch the movies and then you get stuck in a loop. You never stop watching them.
Wow.
They can never make a sixth one because that would be outside the time loop.
You say that.
do.
They'll do it. But
That
wow,
would be outside
that's
the
crazy.
time loop. Anyways, sorry everybody. I spoiled the whole series for you.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, damn.
Spoiled the whole
Bummer.
series.
Bummer.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Crazy.
That's
Crazy.
brilliant because really stupid people will just keep watching all the movies in a loop like that. They'll be like, well, I got to see the first one
It's
now.
so
Even
crazy.
stupider people will go on Amazon and buy. I gotta buy the next one, but they'll just
By
keep
the
buying
way,
it because they forgot they already bought it.
This movie is like a low budget movie. It's so fucking bad. Who's the actor who plays Todd Packer on The Office?
Oh, God.
What's that guy?
God.
David Keckner.
He's in, like-
Oh,
or
Keckner?
whatever.
That guy's in every shitty horror movie.
Keckner's funny,
by the way.
though.
And so in this movie, the Final Destination event is a bridge collapse, and the survivors are investigated by the Department of Homeland Security, who think they might be terrorists who blew up the bridge.
Wow.
Even though a report came in and said that the bridge collapsed due to high winds, which, yeah,
That sounds like terror shit.
that sounds like a legitimate reason why a bridge would collapse to begin with. It was too windy. But this guy can't accept the high winds caused the bridge to collapse, even though it's been confirmed due to science. So he continues to investigate these kids. So he has Todd Packard spying on these kids. But this movie is so low budget that this plot point has Todd Packard on the phone being like, I'm going to use code words to talk about these kids. Oh, Peaches and Bubbles are fighting with each other. Yeah, I'll keep you updated later. And he hangs up, and they never even cut away to the other person on the other side of the phone. It's such a low-budget movie.
They didn't get
it's
that
just
shot.
this guy saying code words into a phone by himself and then hanging up and looking real frantic.
$40 million.
Is that how much it cost?
That was the budget?
Made 157.
The formula works,
Dude,
man.
They'll keep
oh my!
making it.
And
They'll not
it's
stop.
and it's Todd Packard talking on a phone by himself, and then the kids get creatively killed by nobody.
Kids got to go to the movies to make out to something nowadays.
It's true.
So they
True.
keep making
Anyways,
Final Destination.
yeah.
No
you
more
know
Truth
what,
About
though?
Cats and Dogs.
I will say this. This is all I have to say. I'll keep watching these movies as long as they make them.
There you go.
Hey,
Winner.
the kids die. It's like a fucking Rube Goldberg machine. How are they gonna die?
Right.
It's not even an interesting Rube Goldberg machine. You always think it's
all
gonna be
CG now.
It is all CG, but you always think it's gonna be way cooler. Like, oh, the air conditioning vent is gonna open up and the propellers are gonna be spinning. It's gonna fall and hit her on the head. Watch, and that doesn't happen, but they still die. So I like it.
You
It's-
like when they die.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
I like any horror movie because it's awful, shitty kids who are just really horny and then they die. And as long as you keep making movies like that, I'll keep watching.
There
Scare
you
them
go.
into,
Oh.
celibacy.
That's right.
There you go.
So Final Destination 5. I saw it, and now you don't have to.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
for that.
I'm
Thank
excited
you.
that they let the Saw series finally end the way it should, and that there will never be another one. They promised, and I'm glad that they're
Oh,
going to stick
good
with
Oh,
thing.
they probably.
Yeah.
Jigsaw made a promise.
Yeah,
Saw
they
7
won't.
is the
No,
last
I
one.
just keep hearing all these things about like another one, and I'm like, every poster for the last 3 was the final one, and it's like no one's even.
But
Trying.
they now know that if you say it's the last one, people go see it because they
Yeah.
want to see the last one.
Yeah,
And so
it's-
they'll keep falling for that same trick.
But like,
You can
don't
lie.
fall for that.
You can lie to people.
well, you can say that, but we're.
It's not illegal to lie to people, Sean.
I just don't. If a new Fast and Furious came out tomorrow and they said it's the last one, would you believe that? I wouldn't believe that.
No,
I would just
God,
go
no.
no. So don't believe that.
No.
I just feel like the people watching this are smart enough to know.
Yeah, we're all smart.
Maybe these guys are. Maybe other people aren't. I
No
don't know.
movie is ever going to be the last movie,
Yeah.
ever. If a movie makes money, they will make another one.
Right.
If it's a cult classic and it
and
comes around
if
again
a movie
even.
doesn't make money, they'll just wait a long time, and then they'll remake it.
Or make it into a show.
Or make it a TV show.
Yeah.
To me, what was proved by that is once there was another Star Wars, that was like that felt like the one thing that like, well, there was never.
Yeah.
there can't be an episode 7. What?
That's
You know,
true.
it just
That
never
seemed
felt
like a pipe dream.
Yeah.
Although even back in the day, George Lucas talked about doing 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought.
But I
was
always
just-
thought that was
I thought
kid
bullshit.
rumor.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
totally.
Kid schoolyard
I heard it on the
bullshit.
playground.
I did too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that
Exactly.
was junior high bullshit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, my dad
Lobaka's
said
gonna be.
Yeah,
in
I
it.
hear what they're doing is
Wobaka.
Jingle Fett.
Of course, Lobaka. You know,
He's back.
a lot of that shit was in the books.
I want to say, somebody in the chat asked, does this mean I didn't like Final Destination 5, but I liked watching it?
Yeah.
Oh, is that?
See,
Whoa.
you know.
No, I liked it,
Okay, all right.
You liked
that
it.
makes sense to me.
but it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's,
Yeah.
I understand that.
Guilty pleasure. I like the Resident Evil films.
It was garbage, but I liked it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That makes. Hey, you know what? That makes sense.
Perfect sense to me.
I want to end. I don't want to debate about it.
Sure.
There's nothing to debate.
I
You were
liked
crystal
it.
clear.
Perfect way to end it, right?
Yeah.
Could have worded it a little better, but I mean.
Are you taking your medicine over there?
Yeah, I'm gonna treat myself.
Nobody knows what medicine.
Ew. How are they all blue?
Yeah, that's weird. How'd
A
you
lot
do
of
that?
blue.
To cure the salmonella.
In my writer, it said only blue.
To your parents?
Well, thank you for watching, everyone.
It can't be over.
Okay.
He said it.
Hey, Sean, did you watch Game of Thrones?
I did.
What'd you think of it?
I felt this way with every season. It's a lot of build up to what's going to be happening this season, and it wasn't, it was just a start. So I'm curious to see where it goes. I thought the ending was like, oh, crazy, and I was like, I don't know, whatever.
I'll watch Game of Thrones forever. I like Game of
Me
Thrones.
too. I'll watch it with you.
The show is different now.
Yeah.
They've run out of the source material, and now they're making it up themselves.
Yeah,
and
winging
it.
I think that you could tell instantly when you listen to the dialogue of the characters now.
I agree with you.
This episode,
They say bitch a lot now.
they do.
They do.
Come here, bitch.
And they
fucking
seriously
say,
real?
we should
seriously?
fuck her in the ass.
They say
Dude,
that.
it's like
Hey.
True Blood happened all
Hey,
over
Yeah,
again.
really.
Game of Thrones, they always said fuck, they always said bad stuff, but George R. R. Martin wrote it with like some wit and some intelligence. This latest episode is seriously like Jaime's looking at Cersei. Fuck what anybody thinks about us.
Ooh.
Fuck it, Cersei. We don't give a fuck. He says
Mercutio.
something like that, he says like fuck 3 times. And then like these 2 girls are like, they gang up on a guy and one of them's gonna fight him and the other one like strikes him from behind. She looks at him and goes, you greedy bitch. And I just think like, oh man, yeah, this is some, you're saying fuck a lot, you're saying bitch a lot more. It really is just like not clever, and it's like edgier curse words now.
Yeah.
So
They subtitled "fucker in the ass."
They jumped what?
They did.
They subtitled that.
Yeah, because it was a different. It was
People
in
couldn't
Dothraki.
understand it.
yeah,
they
they're
had
speaking in a different
so they-
language.
Oh, I thought
How
they
does
said it in
it
English.
sound
It
in
was just so dirty.
Dothraki?
I don't remember, but it was. I thought that was a little weird. It did
You know,
throw me.
Fucking mein
Yeah,
Assen.
I feel like-
Aschenhalle.
George R. R. Martin writes like this giant Bible-sized book,
Yeah.
and then you get to read through that and pick out the most interesting parts to make your TV show out of. But then when you run out of that, it's like
What's left?
then you have to just make up stuff on the fly that is just as interesting. Like, how could you ever do that?
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, the way the story progresses is like it'll be right about to be interesting, but then they'll cut to something else and be like, that wasn't a scene. You were building up to a scene, but then you just cut.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, we'll see. I'll keep watching it.
I'll,
We'll see
yeah,
what
like I
goes.
said, I'm gonna watch it till it finishes. I'm invested at this point.
Yeah.
But it's a little rough.
Yeah.
Is the first one? Hopefully it gets better. We'll see.
it'll get better.
It's just episode 1.
Really quick, I don't know if you guys saw, but the White House Correspondents' Dinner was last night, which is like, I honestly don't care about politics that much, but that is the one time where it's just like jokes and it's just like Obama telling jokes, and it's actually pretty funny.
He's a likable guy.
He's a very likable guy, and it was like a 30-minute speech, and it was really good one-liners. I thought it was really funny. He's very charismatic and like charming, so it's easy to like him, whatever. But then they cut to a video, and the video was so bad. I just was so upset. Like, man, I know it would never happen, but we should have made this fucking video. Like, we would have
was
made
it a skit? Was
yeah,
it
it was a
comedy
skit. It was a comedy skit, and it was
didn't
like
get Jimmy,
It was so
Fallon to help him?
so many like dry, long pauses that didn't need to be there, and I was like, oh man, this.
Who made it?
I don't know, but it's just like, man, we should have fucking.
Did
made
they
this
just get
video.
some intern at the White House?
Yeah,
I don't
White House
know.
Comedy
I hope
troupe.
so.
But
I didn't hear anything about it.
really?
What was the video?
The video was just like Obama, like what? It kind of like sort of one of our ideas actually, but like what's Obama gonna do now that he's not gonna be president anymore? Like, now that he's got a job,
Spend
he's got to do
that
something.
cash.
So it's him like
Spend that
going around
speaking
trying to
money.
find something to do, going to the DMV, and it's just like this is not funny.
What do you think what is that similar to of our videos?
We didn't have a video where somebody was looking for a job. We're trying to get someone.
Raiden?
Like Metal Gear
Right.
Rising.
That's what I meant.
And the reason is that's the most basic idea.
Very basic.
For even at that time when we were asked to do that, it was
Find
like,
someone
yeah,
to-
it's
we
kind of
didn't write
basic.
that one.
No,
It was,
Be a joke.
but it was. I mean, we wrote it, but the concept wasn't our
sure.
Yeah.
But
kinda basic.
it was just there was like funnier moments in it if you are familiar with the politics of this country. Like John
Yeah.
Boehner was in it, and
Oh.
they hate each other, but
they
they were in it
do.
together, which I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. But like the way it was done, I was like, this is not, isn't good. Wasn't good. Anyways, next time Obama have us do it, even though he's not gonna be president
What's
anymore.
the next time?
Next year when he's not. Well, it's his
Trump.
third term.
When
Hey,
it's Trump's turn.
Hillary, don't be a bitch. Have us do your video.
Are you in Game of Thrones right now?
Yeah, are you doing a GOT skit?
Hillary, fuck anybody else who wants to make a fucking video. This is serious.
Listen up.
This is Game of Thrones serious. Look, I know, Hillary, I talk a lot of shit, but if you want to make friends with me, the best way to bury the hatchet is
Yeah.
to let me do a video for you.
Yeah.
You're gonna get our vote. Let us do a vid.
Look, I could make you such a good video, Hillary. I could do good things for you and your career. Without us, people are just going to remember you for being that old chick who did nothing.
I'm scared of her.
And Donald Trump, if you need help making a video, you know who to call. These guys.
I'll vote for whoever has us do a video.
That seems fair. That seems
I think
fair.
that's
That
fair.
seems.
Okay.
That's right.
All right, Ted Cruz, give us a call.
I
Anyways,
would do a skit. I'd make Ted Cruz look so badass.
Yeah,
like
that-
Ted Cruz would look cool.
We
Yeah,
could-
Ted Cruz.
If anyone could do it, we could do it.
We would make Ted Cruz look so fucking good. Mm-hmm. Hot, sexy.
Yeah.
First of all, open up the chest.
Finally, you can
Show
see that
off a
hair.
little bit of Ted Cruz chest hair. If
Yeah.
he doesn't have any, glue some on
Yeah,
there.
sure.
Movie
I'll
magic.
get some glue out. We'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll trim some pubes.
Put
stick
Ted
them right
Cruz. What would make Ted Cruz cool? What would
on. Motorcycle.
motorcycle? You're listening. You're on a motorcycle. You're listening to the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
You're listening to Let's Get It Started, but you're listening to the non-PC version.
'Cause you don't give a
Let's Get
fuck.
Retarded.
You don't give a
Oh,
fuck.
he
damn.
doesn't care.
It's Ted Cruz not giving a fuck. He's saying, "Let's get retarded, America."
Wearing a
And
leather
then he looks
jacket.
at the camera and he goes, "These people with their safe spaces are so nutty." And then he does a backflip.
Yeah.
And as he does the
Bat out of
backflip,
hell.
the white crud flies out of his mouth.
Yeah.
And he high fives it like
And-
it's
yeah.
sentient, like
Yeah.
it's like Olaf from
Oh,
Frozen.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
high
then it
fives
goes "Huh?" back into
Right
his
back
mouth.
in.
And then when he lands on the bike, he's just like,
His
"See,
heart
you're so
sunk.
these people want to
good.
use our restrooms. They're so
Yeah.
weird."
Ted Cruz, he goes to UC Berkeley and he goes, "I got a safe space for you," and he
Yeah.
grabs an empty Folgers can, a big one.
Yeah. Whoa!
Rips
Yeah.
one into the Folgers can.
Yeah.
Big old
Then
turd.
Heisman passes it all the way across the campus.
Yeah.
Carly Fiorina catches it
Yeah.
with the lighter, with the Zippo, lights it up right there in the middle of the safe space. She blows the Folgers can full of Ted Cruz's farts, lights it on fire. Nuclear Folgers fart can blast.
Boom.
Clears out the safe space.
That's
Yeah.
a blast
Well,
off.
it's safe.
Blasts all the little safe space wusses right out of their little safe zone. What the fuck you gonna do now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't not breathe in the
Yeah,
Ted
right.
fart.
You can't not.
That
Ted-
cruise gas is going right
Ted,
up your
Yeah.
nose.
Ted Cruz just lit a fart in
He
the middle of
just
the safe space. What now?
You think
Ted's
he'll send
taking
cruise
you on a
missiles?
cruise.
Shit's real.
Cruise missile.
Yeah,
Send
cruise
cruise-
missile. Lit a
Cruise
fart
missile
in your
right up
safe
your ass
space.
from Camp David,
And
motherfucker.
Carly Fiorina lit the fuse. What are you gonna do now? God, they would look so fucking cool.
That would
Anyway,
be that'd
yeah,
be a sick
so-
video. So contact.
So give us a call and
Yeah.
we will vote for you.
Give us a call.
And thank you for
I want to see Charlie Fiorina doing nunchuck shit.
Yeah, do nunchuck shit.
wanna
Charlie,
see
do that.
Carly Fiorina.
Come on,
doing the
Charlie,
fucking
get your tiger's
nunchucks,
blood.
Doing the fucking. Here's what I want to see,
Get
right?
your Fiorina.
Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, whoever the fuck wants to talk shit, get on stage, talk your shit, right? Then Carly Fiorina kicks the back door open, coming out doing her nunchuck shit. Say it again, bitch. Say it one more time to Carly
I
Fiorina's
fucking
face.
dare you.
What were you gonna say about my president? Oh, Ted Cruz. He's not strong enough. Bap, 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 bap. Knock that fucking wig right off your head, Donald
Yeah.
Trump.
Whoa!
Pussy.
What are you gonna say,
Fucking
Hillary?
pussy.
What are you gonna say, Carly Fiorina, when she's got those nunchucks? Carly, you don't do enough for women's rights or whatever. Bap, 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 bap. Carly
you.
Fiorina with some goddamn nunchuck skills is what this country needs, and I don't want to hear any more campaign that
more.
isn't that.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay?
And
Yep.
free the nipple. She should be topless like
Yeah.
Bruce Lee.
And after Carly Fiorina
She's
double
topless, and
Dude.
Jonathan
Bader?
Kasich or what was
John Kasich?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's someone we went to school with.
I was in high school.
John Kasich. Or
Free
what
the
is his
nipple
name?
just like
John
John Cusack.
John Kasich.
John, you could get it in high school.
shredded like Bruce Lee.
Carly,
He
yeah.
joins in.
She should wear
He joins
yellow
in dick
jumpsuit.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He whips his dick out. He puts it on the table. Carly Fiorina, and catch this in slow motion bullet time, does the chop with her nunchuck and breaks John Kasich's dick right off. Smashes all the way through the table.
Yeah.
And then she walks down the line, bap, knocks out Hillary Clinton, bap, walks out Donald Trump, comes up, does a full Riccio head smash on Bernie Sanders.
Smash.
Sends his little white hairs flying straight up into the air.
Oh no.
Fuck your socialist shit.
Yeah.
And then she, right? She's breathing hard after
Yeah.
she just killed Bernie Sanders. Turns around slowly.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
2 nipples out to
Whoa.
America.
Free the nipple.
That's
And John Cusack or whoever comes out and flicks one of the nipples and goes, "Respect the bitch."
Now I know
THA.
I know we don't live in this kind of America.
BYTCH.
I know this is never going to happen, but I'm saying, wouldn't it be great?
God, it
Wouldn't it
would.
be nice? Anyways, call us up. We'll make a video for you.
Yeah,
Something like that. It could go that way.
That was just some spitball.
Can everyone show this to
That's
Carly
just-
Fiorina
that's
and
just off
show
the
her
top
we
of
got
my head. No,
cooking here?
no budget. You know,
You get
Right.
that for free.
let's
so.
sit down with
Right.
pen and paper, get
Yeah.
something real.
Yeah. The
If you wanna
first
talk
concept's
numbers-
free, Carly.
If you want to talk numbers, let
The
them
second one will cost you.
give holla. Holla at 'em.
Thank you for watching, everyone. We had a great time here.
Yeah.
It's not over yet.
It is. And I just want to say I love you all. And good night.
What is that?
That's my sign off.
That's pretty.
Ended on a really great little sign off.
That's pretty.
What a cool sign.
You guys like
I
that?
don't want to say limp wristed.
Everyone
The
has
most
their own thing.
explosive bit done ever on the podcast.
Jesus.
But hold on, gotta.
Oh, we got
Hey,
Put a little
both
pizzazz.
sides of the coin.
Yeah, if you remember all these things.
If you like it hard and fast, go to this guy.
Wait.
and want it super
Remember that.
flimsy
Wait,
and
was
soft,
that?
go to me.
Did we have an awesome giant comedy bit that ended in explosions? Hold on. Love you guys. Goodbye. I like you guys so much.
This is my
Good
sign off.
I want
night.
to say goodbye.
When's dance
See you
class?
at dance class.
I don't.
Bye, guys. And don't forget, we do this every week. So this time next week, see us.
I think he's taking.
See you then.
He's taking it too far because I just said good night.
Come into.
You're kind of like a Shangri-La type of.
Okay,
Yeah, I was sending them all to Shangri-La, but
We're gonna need
actually
to
that'd be Hell's
inspect
Pit, I
your-
think.
We're
Jake
gonna
Shangri-La.
need
Jake
to
Jessel.
inspect your
Hang on.
ears to
Georgie
make sure
Jessel.
that your hearing is correct. So
Oh, okay. He's finally waking up from the salmonella poisoning.
go ahead and.
What do you think about Carly on those chucks?
Yeah, he finally woke him up. Come on, that fucking coma.
He did take his medicine, Eric. You're
I have
right.
sugar. I have an instrument here. I'm just gonna put it in your ear to make sure that you can hear correctly.
Are we off yet?
Nope.
Jesus. End it.
Rocker, say goodnight.
And good night. Wait, which?
To Brian.
Oh, good night.
Good night, Brian.
Good night.